have a slick forming in the water off of Saddle Rock, to the right of Saddle Rock over there.
Yeah, I've got it.
You see it?
I've got it, yeah, lots of birds around.
Yeah, the birds are flocking over the head of the slick.
So
and,
what does that mean?
So it looks like the shark has hunted a seal or a sea lion under the water. It's hard to tell, we're gonna have to wait and find out. But the slick is the oil from the animal floating to the surface.
I'm just going to get hold of Ben. Ben, this is Kate. Do you read me over?
Kate, this is Ben. Yes, we copy, over.
There has been a shark kill
just round the side of Saddle Rock. Look for the birds. There are loads of birds circling over.
We're on our way. Are we heading in the right direction, Kate?
Yes, you are. Right for it.
Oh, look. Is that a fin?
Okay, shark's up.
Look where the birds are, just to the right, about 50 feet in front of the boat. Big shark, big fins coming up. There it is. Wow.
Right. There it is. Wow. I can't believe how close we are. Look at it.
Oh my!
Oh my gosh.
Okay, that sea lion's been wounded, certainly. Look at that blood in the water.
Yep.
It's an elephant seal. It's a young elephant seal. You can see by the lack of
We've got it, Kate. We've got it.
And this animal is not going to be living much longer with a massive wound like that.
David, every single hair on my arms are standing on end.
There it is.
Look at that!
Oh.
Wow!
Look at that.
Look at it. So
Punching right in.
So it's using those razor sharp teeth.
Exactly.
It's ripping, it's shaking its head there, isn't it?
Exactly, and you can see the caudal fin, the tail fin going back and forth at the counterweight to that head just scissoring off like a giant steak knife, going up and down, cutting off big, massive pieces of meat.
So it's thrashing around.
Look at that caudal fin. Look at the tail fin, how massive that is, combined with the dorsal fin. But that was clear, very obvious white shark behavior, attacking it with a massive strike, waiting 5 or 6 minutes, and now it's come back to finish the job.
Ben, to Kate, I don't know if you can see this, but we have the most spectacular thing I have ever seen.
Absolutely extraordinary, incredibly exciting.
And the sight of it coming out of the water is quite extraordinary, over.
I didn't believe, really, that being at this distance from it, that you would feel kind of emotionally involved, but it's extraordinarily exciting.
You're right there with them. It's the pinnacle right there of what life and death is. You're just seeing it happen. And it gives us an insight into the relationship between predator and prey.
This is nature, read in tooth and claw, and there's no inconsistency between some scientists in the bay saving animals from species endangered by man, and others like Adam documenting scenes like this. Great whites have to eat as much as they can whenever they get the chance to survive themselves. They even stretch their stomachs so they can ingest as much as 10% of their own body weight. They don't waste a scrap.
Oh, look at it coming through the water there. It's so powerful, isn't it?
This shark doesn't know when its next good meal might be, so it's going to feed until it's completely full. May come away with 100, 150 pounds of meat from this attack, and then it may not feed again for weeks.
Just coming up again, this really is the most awesome sight I've ever seen.
With so much blood in the water, other great whites are bound to be attracted. We'll come back to see what happens then. The scent of the blood soup generated by the great white shark devouring an elephant seal off the Farallon Islands has reached the nostrils of its neighbours.
Is that a second shark there?
So there's the dorsal and the tail of a second shark coming up about 4 or 5 meters away from. What you have often is when you have a shark feeding, it attracts other sharks to that area. Those sharks don't feed at the same time, but they linger and they wait for their opportunity to be able to come in and maybe snatch the last bite away from the primary shark.
There is effectively a pecking order.
It seems like it. It seems like it.
But what happens next is a real surprise. The second shark doesn't hang back.
Yeah, look, there's two of them right together.
they're
So
fighting
the
for
secondary shark came in, and they're competing for the food right there, for that seal meat.
So this is the scavenging instinct.
Exactly. Again, if there's about 20 sharks right in this general vicinity of the island here,
Yeah.
the second one, and look, it's coming in right now, feeding on the meat, two of them all at once. Amazing.
That is just extraordinary. So they're kind of going head to head. Look at them both together on that carcass.
Yeah, exactly. There's a little competition here for the meat.
So what sort of size do we think both of these ones are?
They
The
both
second
appear to
one
be about 12 to 14 feet long.
is right here.
Oh my!
Look at them both. That is unbelievable.
It's also quite scary, and eventually I just had to ask.
I mean, are we safe being
Yes,
being
we're
that
safe.
close?
That animal is totally fixated on the prey right there.
Yeah.
And it's amazing to have this opportunity to see it like this.
Look, there it is. So it's just eating those last few bits now.
Exactly, yeah.
As quickly as it all happened, that's almost it. It's
We've been here
disappeared.
10 minutes and there's hardly anything left.
That was incredible. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My own personal encounter with Jaws. Tell you what, it's going to take a lot to get me back in this ocean.
Kate, of course, still has to make the perilous crossing back in a small motorboat. And those sharks are still around. We'll come back when she makes the attempt.